The world as I knew it ended on a Tuesday. It was trash day, and I was doing my usual routine, gathering the small bins from around the house to empty into the big one outside. My wife, Chloe, was at her weekly yoga class, or so I thought. When I went into our master bathroom, I noticed the little bin next to her vanity was overflowing. Annoying, but nothing new. As I tied the bag, a small white object with a pink cap fell out onto the tiled floor. I picked it up. My heart stopped. It was a pregnancy test. It was positive. We had been trying for a baby for 2 years. It was 2 long, heartbreaking years filled with appointments, charts, and disappointment. We'd agreed to take a break for a few months, to let the pressure off. So why was there a test? And why was it in the trash? Why hadn't she told me? A wave of confusion washed over me, but it was quickly followed by a spark of pure joy. I imagined her face, her surprise, the way she was probably planning to tell me tonight over dinner. A smile spread across my face. I pocketed the test, planning to surprise her with my discovery later. But as I walked back into the kitchen, my phone buzzed. It was a text from our security system. A notification I hadn't seen before. Front door unlocked manually at 10:15 a.m. Chloe had left for her 9 a.m. yoga class. I left for work at 8. Who had unlocked our door? A cold dread began to seep into my veins, chilling the warmth of my earlier excitement. I opened the security app and checked the video history, and there it was. Chloe, leaving at 9. Then at 10:15, a man I'd never seen before walked up to our door, used a key, and let himself in. My blood ran cold. Chloe hadn't gone to yoga. She'd come back, and she wasn't alone. The footage showed him leaving an hour later. Then Chloe left again, this time dressed differently. The timeline was a brutal, undeniable punch to the gut. The joy I felt just moments ago curdled into a sickening mix of anger and betrayal. The positive test in my pocket suddenly felt like a burning coal. I sank into a chair at the kitchen table, the world spinning around me. This wasn't our baby. This was his. The realization hit me with the force of a physical blow, knocking the air from my lungs. Every shared look, every whispered "I love you," every hope for our future, it all felt like a lie. I spent the rest of the day in a daze, a storm of emotions raging inside me, hurt, rage, a deep, profound sadness. I wanted to smash things. I wanted to cry, but above all, I wanted answers and I wanted revenge. By the time I heard her car pull into the driveway, I had a plan. I wasn't going to explode. I wasn't going to give her the satisfaction of a screaming match. I was going to be calm. I was going to be calculated. I was going to dismantle her world just like she had dismantled mine. She walked in, all smiles and glowing from her yoga class. She kissed me, and I had to fight every instinct not to recoil.
Wow, how was your day, honey?
She asked, her voice sweet as poison. Productive, I replied, my voice dangerously steady. We did a little cleaning. We made small talk through dinner. I asked about her yoga class, and she launched into a detailed, fabricated story about a new instructor. I listened, nodding along, my heart a block of ice in my chest. Each word she spoke was another shovel of dirt on the grave of our marriage. After dinner, we sat on the couch. This was it, the moment of truth. I have a surprise for you, I said, my voice eerily calm. Her eyes lit up. Oh, what is it? I could see her mind racing. A gift. A trip. I savored the moment of her ignorance, the last few seconds before her perfect little world came crashing down. I reached into my pocket. I was taking out the trash earlier. I began watching her face closely, and I found something. I think it fell out of your bathroom bin. I pulled out the positive pregnancy test and held it up. For a split second, her face registered confusion. Then, as recognition dawned, the color drained from her cheeks. She went pale, her eyes wide with sheer panic. She opened her mouth, but no words came out. She looked from the test to my face and back again, her carefully constructed facade crumbling before my eyes. So I continued, my voice low and laced with steel. Looks like we have some celebrating to do, right? Her eyes darted around the room like a cornered animal looking for an escape. She started stammering, I was going to tell you. I just found out. I wanted it to be a surprise. The lies were pathetic, desperate. A surprise. Like the surprise visitor we had this morning, I asked softly. Her head snapped up, her panic turning into pure terror. What? What are you talking about? I didn't answer. Instead, I picked up my phone, opened the security app, and turned the screen towards her. I pressed play. The video of the man using a key, walking into our home, filled the screen. Chloe stared at it, her face a mask of horror. She was trapped. There was no way out. So I said, placing the phone on the coffee table next to the pregnancy test, "Who should I congratulate first? You or him?" She finally broke. Sobs racked her body, but I felt nothing. No pity, no sympathy. Just a cold, empty void where my love for her used to be. She confessed everything. His name was Mark. He was a coworker. It had been going on for 6 months. The yoga classes, the late nights at the office, it was all a lie. She claimed it meant nothing that she loved me, that the baby could still be mine. But we both knew the truth. I let her cry. I let her beg. And when she was finished, I stood up. "Pack a bag," I said, my voice devoid of all emotion. "I want you out of this house." Tonight, the finality in my voice must have hit her, because she stopped crying and just stared at me, her eyes red and swollen. "But where will I go?" she whispered. "That's not my problem anymore," I replied, turning my back on her. "You can go to his house. You two have a lot to talk about, after all. Baby is a big commitment." I walked upstairs and locked myself in the guest room. I heard her packing, her sobs echoing through the house that was once our home. An hour later, I heard the front door close for the last time. Silence. The silence was deafening, but it was also cleansing. It was the sound of the end. But it was also the sound of a new beginning. My new beginning. It's been a few months now. The divorce is almost final. I sold the house, a place tainted with too many bad memories. Starting over isn't easy. There are good days and bad days. But every day I'm healing. I'm rebuilding my life from the ashes of her betrayal. And you know what? I'm going to be okay. In fact, I'm going to be better than okay. This wasn't the end of my story. It was just the end of a chapter. And I'm the one who gets to write the next one. Thanks for listening. If you're going through a tough time, remember you're not alone, and you have the strength to write your own next chapter. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories.